Hi folks, today we're taking a look at Tomastic's new Dominant Pro cello strings. So Tomastic's new Dominant Pro cello strings are marketed as more of an intermediate level cello strings, and really probably even a step above intermediacy. And today we are going to take a look at, really where on that spectrum it falls. We are going to compare Dominant Pros to Jaeger Classics for the cello, as well as Tomastic's own Versum and our shop standard setup, the setup that we just love here, and that is Spiracore on the lower two strings and Larsen Soloist on the higher two. Where does Dominant Pro fall on this spectrum? Let's find out. Well folks, there we have it, the new Dom Pro for cello compared to both our shop standard, our Versum, as well as Jaeger Classics. Now Quinn, I'm very curious, what are your thoughts in particular on the new Dom Pros?
I think that they're a good step-up intermediate string, especially when compared to some of what we've seen today.
Yeah, by an intermediate sort of step-up string, it's a step up from like the regular Dominants, it's a step up from the Jaegers that we tried.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that you can hear that. Hopefully folks can hear it on your end too. I think that they were a little more resonant, and then they offered also kind of bassy kind of growl.
The Dom Pros.
Yes, yeah.
I definitely heard that nice growl in there. That was something that really struck me with these strings, was just, once you get into the, really, I mean, even on the higher strings, like every single one of them had a much deeper sort of tonality, much more texture, and really just digging in a little bit, got that nice sort of growl going on. Like, I really dig it. So cool, excellent. So the Dom Pros step up from the Jaegers. Yeah. How do they compare to the other two? How do they compare to the Versum and the studio standard?
I would say that the Versum and then the our shop setup is a lot more comparable than it is to the Dominants. I don't think that the Dominants are quite as resonant or cut through or quite as brilliant as our shop setup or the Versums.
Okay. And for playability, because I know that that's going to be a concern for a lot of folks. Playability, Dom Pros, how easy was it to get them going with the bow? How difficult was it? How was the tension under your left hand?
Yeah, actually pretty normal tension.
Okay.
They weren't particularly hard or easy.
Okay.
To
middle of the road for tension.
Yeah, middle of the road for tension.
Which is what we had hoped for medium gauge strings.
Yeah, and then I actually the response on them was really great.
Yeah.
I think that they spoke near immediately. So,
excellent. Oh, wow. All right. And then compared to like Jaegers and more premium strings here, did any of them have like different feels that you can comment on?
Yeah, I would say that the shop setup, in my opinion, feels a little like lower tension.
Like easier to play?
Yeah, easier to play in general.
And then bow response for those?
Yes. Yeah, no, I would say that response both on the shop setup and the Versums is a little better. They feel a little lower tension under the hand.
Excellent. Well, hey, thank you so much for playing for us today. I really enjoyed these strings. Like, I really love that sort of lower, growly sort of texture. Like, I think they rock, honestly. So, folks, thanks so much for joining us. I hope you learned something. I hope this was informative. Check out our site now for the new Dominant Pro for cello.
I am the workshop.
I am
the workshop.
I am the power music. One more.
Yeah.
One more, just because that last note was a bit more.
Okay, that's fair.
Yep.